Hey artists, today we're going to make some beautiful snow owls. So follow along with me and I'll show you all the steps to make this amazing owl. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is get your black marker. We are going to make a really big upside down U shape that's going to go up and over. So I'm going to take my marker and go up, 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 up. And it's going to be like a big upside down U. And then I'm going to have it come all the way down. The next step is we are going to draw a V shape right here for his beak. We're going to curve it over the top so it looks almost like a little ice cream cone. The next thing we're going to do is the owl's eyes. Now owls have really big eyes, so you're going to draw two pretty big circles here for your owl. And yours will probably look a little bit different than mine. They all look different. On the inside, we're going to draw another circle. And then we'll put a little shine in the eye, a little tiny circle. And then you're going to take your black marker and you're going to color in around that shine. You're going to want to do that on both eyes. Once you have the eyes colored in, the next step is to draw the wings. So we're going to take that marker and we're just going to make a curved line that comes out from the side and goes down the middle. And we're going to do that on this side too. So I kind of take my finger across, find the other side, put the other wing. Now our owl has his wings, his beak, his eyes. We're going to put a little shine, just like a little rectangle in the beak, and then we will color the beak in with our black marker and just leaving that little shine spot. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is work on these feathers. And just to give that feather look, we're just going to draw some short little lines. And so we're going to want to put some feathers that go across his head, like down to his beak. So I'm going to put those little dotted lines on this side and this side, and then little dotted lines down the middle. And then we're just going to kind of fill in this area with the dotted lines that point toward the beak. And on this side, little short lines. And it makes it look like there's little feathers. We can have some come out like this. Very cool. We're going to do the same thing, going from the beak around the eye this way. So kind of in a curved line. Those little feather marks. And then we'll do the same on the other side. That looks good. The next thing we're going to do is add those feather lines to the owl's wings. So we're just going to take our markers and just use those short little lines, and we're just going to put them on the wings to make it look like little feathers on the wings. So short little dash line, push with your marker and then pick it back up, and we're going to fill in the whole wing. These short little black lines. I'm not scribbling. I'm making sure I put my marker down and pick it up. Short, short, short lines all the way down. And we're going to do this on the other side as well. And it's going to look like our snowy owl and his little feathers. And we're not going to color anything in on our owl except his eyes. So you're going to do the same thing on this side, adding in those dotted lines for the feathers. Once you have your little lines for the feathers all done, grab your yellow crayon and we're going to color in the owl's kind of glowy eyes. In this part right here, we're going to color this in with our yellow crayon. Oh, and that just really makes him come to life. Now an artist that we've been looking at is Vincent van Gogh, and we looked at the painting called Starry Night, and we were really impressed with how when he drew the stars, instead of just little tiny stars, he made them look like big glowing stars in the sky. So we're going to try to do that behind our nighttime owl. So to do that, the first thing we're going to do is grab our yellow marker, and we're just going to draw some of those big yellow stars behind our owl. So just some big yellow circles. Just kind of around the outside of our owl. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is grab our blue crayon, and making those short kind of lines like we did for our owl's feathers, we're going to make some short little lines going around the stars to give that kind of movement look like we saw in some of Vincent van Gogh's art. So we're just making some short little lines moving around our nice big stars. And already it starts to look really neat. So we're just doing some short little lines all around these stars with our blue. And we want it to come out nice and thick all the way around. Each one of our yellow stars will have some blue moving lines. It almost looks like they're just exploding with glowing color. All right. Once you have put the blue around all of your stars, the next color you're going to grab is purple, because we're kind of doing this nighttime sky. So then you can add some purple lines also around the outside of your stars. And it's really cool. It makes our sky look very exciting and almost alive. Once you have the marker lines around your stars, then we're going to start to add some color with our crayons. The colors I grabbed were blue, blue violet, and regular violet. So this is kind of your choice of how you want to do it, but we're just going to start kind of coloring around our stars and just filling in our sky. So I did a little blue, and now I'm doing a little bit of the blue violet. And I'm just kind of coloring around our marker lines in that same circular motion, and then I'm taking some regular violet and coloring it in this way. And eventually it'll all kind of squish together and our whole sky will be colored in. So we're just taking our time with the blue, and we'll put some blue around, and then some blue violet. And then we can put the regular violet. And wow, our sky is starting to look really, really beautiful. And it makes our white snow owl really pop out when we get all this color through the background. So you're just going to keep doing this with your crayons, coloring around your stars with your purples and blues. And we're just coloring in and trying not to leave much white space. It's kind of hard when you get to the edge of the paper. You might push your finger down to keep it from ripping. And we're just adding that color. And a little bit of blue over here. And we're just going to keep going around and coloring around our stars. And then I can get my regular violet and color in here. And what a beautiful glowing starry night we have behind this beautiful owl. I have actually heard an owl by my house the last few nights, and he has been so loud, just having a blast out in the tree in our backyard. If you've ever heard an owl, they are really loud birds. All right, so I'm adding that blue, then my blue violet. And then my regular purple. Once you've finished coloring in all of your sky, then your amazing winter snow owl is all finished, and I can't wait to see the one that you create.